Right now, everybody should have a messy mat and a piece of paper in front of you. We're going to start with the pencils. So I would like the person sitting in seat number 4 to come get the pencils from my counter. We're going to write our name on one side of the paper and then flip it over so it's safe on the back. That's all we need the pencils for, so I would like for the person sitting in seat number 3 to come bring the pencils back to my counter. Now we're going to use these little colorful bits of tissue paper. Now this is a special kind of tissue paper. When you get it wet, the colors will go onto your paper. It's kind of like painting with tissue paper. I would like the person sitting in seat number 2 to come get your basket of tissue paper from my counter. We're going to set this in the middle of the table. Do not start taking colors out of this box. Leave them in here. We're going to have lots of wet water on our papers, and if we get the tissue paper wet before it's time, then they're going to all be ruined, and you won't have pretty paper when you're done. Now that we have our tissue paper squares, I'm going to get the person sitting in seat number 1 to come get the paintbrushes from me, and the person sitting in seat number 4 to come get the water cups. Now, before we start, I'm going to come around with my water bottle and spray everybody's paper. Once I sprayed your paper, you can start. You're going to pick out tissue and lay it down on your paper. When you lay it down, you're going to take your paintbrush, get a little bit of water on it from the water cup, and brush it on that tissue. We're going to do the same thing until we've covered the whole paper with colorful tissue paper. You could even put the water on the paper first and then lay down your tissue. While you're working, I might come around and spray your paper again to keep those tissues all stuck down. It's even okay if you want to add the black or the white tissue. Sometimes they look kind of pretty when you add them. Now, once you've covered the whole paper, take your paintbrush and you can kind of go back over some of the spots where the tissue paper is a little bit dry. Now, remember, it's just water, it's not glue, so they're not going to stay down forever. But we want to try to get the colors to mix. Once you've done that, put the paintbrushes back in the cup at your table. And I'm going to come around with my water bottle again and spray everyone's paper before we can put it on the drying rack. After I have finished spraying your paper with my water bottle, you're going to take it on the messy mat and put it at the drying rack at the end of your table. Now, I would like the person sitting in seat number 1 to bring me the water cups from your table. Set them by my sink. The person in seat number 2 can bring me the tissue paper from your table. We're going to set it on my counter. And the person sitting in seat number 3 can bring me the paintbrushes. Now that we've learned about all the different parts of the body, we're going to draw our own stick figure self-portrait. That means we're drawing ourselves as stick figures. I would like the person sitting in seat number 2 to come and get the basket of pencils and Sharpies from me. Now we are going to start with the pencils. So I should not see any Sharpies out of the basket just yet. Leave the Sharpies in the basket till I say it's time. We're going to start with a pencil and we're going to write our name on one side of the paper. Then we're going to flip it over so it's safe on the back. Now we're going to start with the head of our stick figure person. So we're going to draw a circle for our heads. Now we need some eyes, maybe some eyebrows, a nose, and a mouth. If you wear glasses, maybe you want to add your glasses as well. You don't have to draw the glasses if you don't want to. You can also add some hair. Once you're happy with the face, we need to give our stick person a neck. So we're going to draw a short little line coming from the head down. Now we're going to add the shoulders. So we're going to draw a line that goes across our body for the shoulders. It should connect to the bottom of your neck. Next, we're going to give our person a shirt. So from the shoulders, you're going to draw like you're drawing a rectangle, except you're not going to go all the way back to finish it. You do this on both sides. It's like you're starting to draw a rectangle, but you don't finish it. Now to draw the bottom of the shirt, now that we have our sleeves, we're going to draw 2 lines that go down. You can make your shirt however long you want. You could even turn it into a dress if you wanted. But if it's a shirt, you're going to draw a line at the bottom connecting it. Now I'm going to add arms coming out of those sleeves, and maybe my person is waving. Now that I have my arms, which are 2 lines coming out of the sleeves, I'm going to give my person hands. To draw a hand, I'm going to start with a circle and then add little lines for the fingers. I'm going to do this to both hands. Now I'm going to add pants to my stick figure. Maybe yours has a skirt on or is wearing shorts. That's up to you. To draw the pants, I draw 2 lines going down, 2 little lines going across, and then I have them come meet up at the top. Now I can add pockets to my pants. I could add a button and a zipper. I could even add designs on my shirt if I wanted to. Now my person's missing one last thing, and that's my feet. I'm going to draw some little shoes coming off the bottom of the pants. And I've finished my stick figure. Now, I know we wrote our names on the back, but we're going to go ahead and write our names on the front as well. Just do the best you can to write your name. Kind of put it off to one side because we're going to cut it out later. Now we finished with our pencil. We're going to trade pencils for Sharpies. We're going to trace right back over top those same lines with our Sharpie. Remember, when the cap is off, your voice is off. You also need to go over your name with the Sharpie. When you're done, take the cap, put it back on, press it on really tight so that the markers don't dry out, and put the Sharpies back in the basket at your table. Now, I would like the person sitting in seat number 1 to come trade me the pencils and Sharpies for scissors and glue sticks. We're going to start with the scissors, so leave the glue sticks in the basket. We're going to take our scissors and we're going to be cutting around our people. We're not cutting on the black line. You want to leave space between the black line and where you're cutting. That way you don't accidentally chop off a finger or part of your head. We're just cutting kind of around our person. You can see here, I didn't cut super close to where I drew. I just cut kind of around the edges. After you cut out your person, you can set that to the side. And remember, we need to cut out our name as well. Once you've cut out both parts, you're going to take your trash and go throw it away in my trash can. Now that we've finished cutting out our people, we're going to put the scissors away and get out our glue sticks. Last time when you were here, we put all this colorful tissue paper on our papers. While you were gone, I took them off once they were dry, and I will be passing back your artwork without the tissue paper on them. Now that we all have our drawings, we're going to glue our people into the middle of our paper. So flip them over, get your glue stick, put it up just enough, you only need a little bit, and put glue all over the back. You want to cover the whole thing the best you can, that way it sticks to your paper. Once you're done, flip it over and stick it onto your colorful paper. Press it down really good so that it stays. Next, we're going to get our name and do the same thing. Put lots of glue on it, and then we're going to put it anywhere on the paper you want and stick it down. Then make sure you turn the glue back down. Put the cap on until it clicks. That way it doesn't dry out. And put them back in the containers at your table.